Hi, I'm Mark Sullivan from Spruce Restaurant in San Francisco, and I'm here to show you how to make these potatoes boulangére. I'm here at the Culinary Institute of America in St. Helena on behalf of the United States Potato Board. We have guanciale. This is cured pork jowl. Now you could also substitute pancetta. We have some diced yellow onions. The beautiful potatoes here. You can use a gold flesh potato. We're using a German butterball potato here, but a gold Yukon would be fine. Some veal stock, sherry vinegar, fresh thyme, a little bit of garlic, chives, and salt, and that's it. So to start the dish, I want to caramelize my onions. The first step here is to render my guanciale here. Now this guanciale has been diced up and then ground in a sausage grinder. And I just want to, let's say on about medium heat or so, I want to just let that cook down. You can see the fat breaking up there and little bits of pork in there. So this guanciale is unsmoked. So it's just cured with lots of rosemary and salt. And again, just ground up, okay, minced up. So you can see that's nicely rendered. It's got a really nice fragrant smell to it. There's also some black pepper in the guanciale. And at this point, I'm going to turn the heat up just a touch. And I'm going to add my onions here. And I'm going to add my garlic. What I want to do is caramelize these together, get them nice and brown. And we're going to let that saute there just like that for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll deglaze with the sherry wine. Meanwhile, the potatoes, now you can see the potatoes here. Now I've cut them. You can cut them into various different shapes depending on what portion size you want. For our purposes at Spruce Restaurant, we slice off the end here, and you can cut them about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick or so. And then using a cutter, this one's 1.5 inches, I can just cut them out, and then you end up with these nice uniform little potato pucks here. Okay, so you can see that the onions here are starting to caramelize nicely. You don't want to take them too far because we're also going to bake these in the oven. I'm going to add a little of this nice bouquet of fresh thyme here. Now I want to perfume it now. Notice I've tied it up so the wood won't get into it, and I can pull this out later. And I'm going to add the perfume to the herb by breaking it up a little bit. The oils will come out. You'll get very fragrant. So you can use the back of your hand or the back of a pot and just make very fragrant the thyme. I'm going to add that in there as it's finishing the caramelization process here. And what we want to do is we want to deglaze that with this sherry wine here. So I'm going to go ahead and add that sherry wine. Now you could use another sweet wine. Marsala would be nice. This has got nice acidity, the sherry, and nice flavor for the potatoes. And this will cook down pretty quickly, so what we're going to do is just kind of let that kind of cook down here to a nice glaze. And then we're going to go ahead and add our stock. So I'm going to let that cook. Meanwhile, I'm going to start getting my potatoes ready. So I've held these potatoes here in the water so they don't oxidize, they don't turn color. And I'm going to go ahead and add them straight to the pan here. All right. I'm just going to lay them in the pan. And I would just use whatever, a heavy bottom pan or casserole would be great. You just want to kind of lay them in. Find the right pan that fits the potatoes. So I'm going to add some salt to that. If you salt this reduction here nicely, you won't need to add any salt into the potatoes. So the idea is that this has a nice saltiness to it, Of course, the guanciale is cured with salt. That's going to have, and then when this is, you can see this is turned into a glaze. I'm going to ladle in my veal stock. Now you can use chicken stock. I like the richness of the veal stock. It also gives a little extra color. This is nice brown veal stock here. And so you want to kind of work that and let those marry. Normally I let this simmer for a few minutes. So what I want to do now is just basically just take this and just ladle it straight over into my potatoes. Now the amount of fluid, you want to pour this fluid over the potatoes about 3/4 of the way up. Now they'll go ahead and cook down and cook with this and actually absorb all this juice. So this is about right here. And we'll throw them in the oven here in a second. I'm going to add some fresh thyme. So in here, so I've picked some thyme and just chopped that a little bit. Okay. And so there's the finished dish before it gets baked. And then this is going to go in the oven roughly about 2 hours or so at 275 degrees. So for those that don't have convection, a still oven is fine. I usually jump up the temperature about 50 degrees. So say you're cooking this 275, 300 degrees convection, I'd bump it up another 50 degrees, 325, say 350 in a still oven. Now really what you're looking for is the final results. So every oven's a little bit different. You want the potatoes to be tender all the way through and with a nice caramelization on top. So you really want to make sure they're cooked. So you can see how beautiful that is, these beautiful potatoes boulangére, nicely caramelized on the outside. You can see how the guanciale, the cured pork jowl, and the onions kind of top it and caramelize it. There you have potatoes boulangére.